Can AI take the job of a DJ? Obviously, AI is like a big topic for every industry right now, and DJing is no exception. I think they've talked about it a lot on the Road podcast, and I've seen like a lot of DJs online talking about, what does AI mean for DJs? And one wedding in particular kind of like highlighted the fact that me personally, I'm not that worried about AI DJing coming to take my job anytime soon. I'll just lay out the scene for you and explain why. First, this wedding was on an island, and we had like a limited time to be on the island before everyone had to get on a boat back to the mainland. As we were getting through ceremony, through everything, I was noticing the time that I was getting to the actual dance portion of the wedding was going to be shorter and shorter. As soon as it came time, we had maybe 45 minutes that I was like able to like actually get the crowd going. I had a full list from the bride, do not plays, requests, must plays, that kind of thing. So I've already kind of built my playlists for the day, but now it was a matter of like trying to figure out which order to play and how quickly I can cycle through the songs. Not so quick that people don't know what's happening, but also quick enough that we kind of get everybody pleased throughout the day. So it went well. I had the dance floor packed from beginning to end, and there were a lot of different kinds of requests on the sheet. So I was going from genre to genre. Afterwards, I was kind of examining the playlist, which most DJs save their crates. I do anyway. Like after the night's done, I have like a date folder, and I just kind of save every date, label it with what kind of gig it was, etc., and then kind of just go back and review what I played. So I was going through my history of this particular gig, and there's a cat. Hi, Tuna. Say hi, Tuna. Hello. Hi. So reviewing the footage, the crates, and kind of going through it, I was curious. I was like, okay, I felt like I did a pretty good job. I got some compliments from the bride and groom, from the guests, and even the wedding planner texted me a couple days later saying like the parents were super happy with how it went. So I thought everything went pretty great. And I was curious. I was like, okay, I feel like this is a good stress test for like AI, right? How would AI approach this playlist? So I kind of fed all the information into Chat GPT and said, hey, you have 45 minutes to play as much stuff from here for a wedding. And I put in the age ranges, I put in all the details. And I was like, okay, what would you play? Now, I think there's a couple takeaways that I had from this. One, because AI obviously learns from us and learns from the information it's given, the choices it picked were super generic, very basic, like DJ by the numbers, kind of like Uptown Funk, YMCA, blah, 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 which I mean are wedding staples. Of course, I don't give it a shit for that. But if you have a whole playlist that's just that stuff, it kind of feels lackluster. It doesn't feel personal to the bride and groom or to the wedding party. And one weird thing is like, no matter how I changed the playlist requirements, like I put in like, okay, this was a specific song request, it needs to be included. These songs were not liked, so take them out, blah, blah. No matter what I did, for some reason, ChatGPT always put Stevie Wonder's Superstition in the second spot. And I don't play that song at weddings normally unless it's specifically requested. Am I missing something? Is that like a big wedding song? Like, is it pulling it from some wedding playlist that I don't know that this is like a big hit at weddings? Because I've played Stevie Wonder at weddings, absolutely, but not that song. I don't know. It seems weird, like Superstitious on the wedding. I don't know. It just seems odd choice. And no matter what I changed, it always put that as the second song choice. And it wasn't even on the list that the bride gave me. So I don't know. It was very interesting. But second, and this is where I think AI won't take over for DJs for a while at least, because it needs the biggest skill I think that DJs have is reading a crowd and reading it in real time, adjusting to how things are going. And I think one of the things with AI in particular is obviously it's learning from these things and it's trying to get the perfect DJ mix. And so one of the things I noticed was it was picking tracks that were like mixed in key adjacent, right? So it would pick a song that was in key and then in the next song would it be in key with that. And this is a side, maybe I'll make a different video for this, but I think mixing in key has kind of been like a big downfall for like open format DJing. I think a lot of DJs are afraid to take risks and play a song out of key, even though that song would be 100% better than whatever song you have in key. Sometimes the party just needs that song more than it needs the song to be in key with the track that came before it. Like when you get into that little like being afraid of like jumping out of those boxes, I think you really kind of like deprive the party of what could have been. But anyway, so this is a side note. But I noticed that it was, again, just picking songs in key and it wouldn't deviate. So, for instance, at this wedding, someone requested, an uncle, I think, requested God Bless the USA, the Lee Greenwood song. I double checked with the groom. I was like, because this song is sometimes is a little political, has some connotations or whatever. I just wanted to double check that it was okay. And he gave me the go ahead. He's like, oh, yeah, that's for everyone from
Wisconsin.
They would love it. So I was like, fine, no worries. I played the song. Went great. People were singing the first chorus. After the first chorus, it kind of lulls out. I put this into Chat GPT and I told it, that this was a specific request. Now, after the Lee Greenwood song, it played another like slow country song. Me personally, I didn't go that route, but because he said
Wisconsin,
I knew in my head, I was like, what would probably work great after this is Jump Around. And sure enough, as soon as that fade out came, I played the horns. Everyone lost it, kind of started jumping, and it worked great. And those are the kind of things that come with experience as a DJ that you learn working weddings with different people, developing relationships with these people and understanding what it is they're looking for from the party, that I just don't think AI is going to be able to learn for a long, long time. Because even when you go to DJ pools where DJs get their music, if you just download a crate and just play those songs in a row, you might be fine. You might get through the night, but you won't really tap into what the party needs. You won't have that connection to the crowd if you're just DJing by numbers. It was just interesting. I really wanted to use this as a way to be okay, can AI take the job of a DJ? And I think the short answer is no, not for a long time. I think realistically what it would need to do is have facial recognition software, know when the dance floor is emptying, know when to change things up. And that kind of calculation, I don't see it becoming something real that they'll be able to actually put into code for a while. It'll be a long time before that happens. I think AI will be able to absolutely make you playlists. I think it'll absolutely be able to probably mix songs in the same key and the same BPM so that you're not messing up if you're just playing songs in the same tempo. Guaranteed. Easy. We can do that now with sync, right? There's auto sync on the Rev 5, those kind of things. Absolutely AI can help, can do. But I just don't think the DJ understanding the party and knowing how to play to the party and take them on those left turns, take them to familiar roads. I don't know. I just don't think AI is near there yet. So I'm not worried about it. It's kind of the same reason that I'm not worried about when people are oh, well, I'll just get a DJ to make a mix for my wedding and it'll be fine. I mean, you can do that. Absolutely. And I've made mixes for weddings. They've paid me just because logistically I couldn't be there and they were in a bind. So I made a mix for them. And, I don't mind doing that. But the problem I have with it is that I'm not there watching the crowd. So if there's a lull in the playlist, if there's a lull in the mix, or something's not working, I'm not there to correct it right away. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on AI, but I just do not think that it's going to take DJs' jobs anytime soon, realistically. I think it'll help us, absolutely. But I think the danger with it is going to be that a lot of people relying on AI to create their playlists, to create things, it'll start to sanitize DJ sets. You'll start seeing a lot less risk-taking when it comes to the playlist of a party. Those are some of my thoughts. I'm going to be making more of these videos just based on things I've done in the summer, kind of reviewing the footage, reviewing the playlists. But subscribe, like this video if you do. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one.